All right, let's talk about a really important update in Business Central's BC28 release, and that is its enhanced demo data. Now, this might sound like a small thing, but trust me, it's a change that's going to completely upgrade how you demonstrate the power of this software. So let's just dive right in. Have you ever been there? You're in a demo, you know the software is amazing, but the sample data, it just isn't cutting it. You're trying to show off these incredible analytics, but you're working with data that's so thin and unrealistic it makes even the best features look, well, a little underwhelming. And that's exactly the point, isn't it? Powerful analytics demand equally powerful data. It's pretty simple. Without a rich, realistic data set, all those cool features like forecasting and trend analysis, they just don't land with the impact they should. Your potential client, they need to see the software solving complex problems with data that actually looks and feels like it could have come from their own business. Now, it's really important to get that the BC28 update isn't just some random feature drop. No, this is actually the latest step in a multi-year effort by Microsoft to solve this exact problem, the whole demo data challenge. You know, this journey really got going back in 2022 with BC20, which gave us demo data for manufacturing. Then, a year later, BC22 came along and added warehouse and inventory. And right after that, BC23 brought in service scenarios. And just recently, BC27.1 beefed up the data for demo analytics. You can see how each release has been a building block, right? Just adding more and more depth and realism along the way. And all of that brings us right here to today. This latest release, BC28, it really marks the next big step in this evolution, and it's focusing on some of the most critical areas of any business. The goal here is crystal clear. They are enriching the demo data specifically for sales, purchasing, and fixed assets. And the why behind it is so simple: to make it way, way easier to show off the sophisticated reporting and analytics that are already built into these core areas. Okay, so we totally get the why. Now for the fun part. Let's dig into the what. What are the specific new data points and scenarios that are going to make your next demo absolutely shine? This comparison just says it all, doesn't it? It's night and day. Before, your demo company might have had just a few open sales orders, probably all assigned to one person. But with BC28, that same demo company is now alive with more open orders, more back orders, and, this is key, they're spread out across multiple salespeople. It instantly creates a pipeline that feels real. And if we dig a little deeper into the sales module, you'll see due dates have been spread out, which is perfect for showing off cash flow forecasting. The update also throws in deferral codes and even line discounts. See, every single one of these little details adds another rich layer to the story you can tell in your demo. Okay, now let's turn to the purchasing module. A brand new purchasing department dimension has been added. That's fantastic for showing off dimensional reporting. Plus, purchasers are now assigned to documents, and they've even included return reasons. These are not just little cosmetic changes. These are the things that fuel the analytics engine. And finally, fixed assets gets a much-needed boost. This update adds a proper dimension setup and posted entries. What does that mean for you? It means you can demonstrate really meaningful reporting on things like asset depreciation and acquisition right out of the box, without spending hours faking that data yourself. So we've gone through all the technical bits and pieces, but what does this all really mean for you day to day? Let's connect these updates to the real-world value they bring. Honestly, you should think of this as your new supercharged demo toolkit. You know, this quote from Microsoft's own documentation just says it all, really. The whole point isn't just to add more data for the sake of it. It's to strategically enhance it to remove the friction from your demos. The goal is to empower you to show off the true depth of Business Central's analytics with total confidence. So let's just boil it all down. What are the key takeaways here? Well, first off, your demos are now going to be way more realistic and compelling. You can showcase much deeper analytics in sales, in purchasing, and in fixed assets. But I think the biggest one of all is the time you save. We're talking less time creating manual data and a lot more time delivering powerful, data-driven presentations that really hit home with your clients. And ultimately, that is what this all comes down to. With these BC28 enhancements, you're not just getting a few more data points, you're getting a much, much better story to tell. It's a real opportunity to build more compelling demos that show what Business Central is truly capable of. So the only question left is, what powerful new insight are you going to showcase first?